August 21st, 2010. Mid-America Airport in Belleville, Illinois, just east of St. Louis. This abandoned airport terminal is the venue for a Fast Team Flying Clinic. The Fast Team has developed this program to teach airmen proper techniques in the classroom, then to immediately direct those airmen in the cockpit on the principles they just reviewed. A core group of highly qualified flight instructors from 2 different schools in the St. Louis area have been trained specifically for this event. In a final meeting the morning of the event, Fast Team lead rep Keith Miller is reviewing the details.
Media-wise, we had over 8,000 contacts sent out, so if we get 1%, we do adequately well.
I'm going to pass these around, so take a look at them. The first one, the single page, is just a checklist that we used at another location, and it addresses, the pilot name, address, the evaluator, pilot proficiency verification, pilot certificate. We need the highest rating held, information on your medical.
Aircraft were flown in from all over the district. 3 aircraft were offered for rent by 2 of the local flight schools, Scott Aero Club and St. Charles Flying Service.
The main thing about this is we don't want the person coming in here to go ahead and take a ride with us or a flight with us. Being in a situation that they feel like they're on a check ride, they're under heavy scrutiny and they can fail or pass this thing. We're providing an opinion for that individual. They're coming in here volunteering their time, their money, their effort to go ahead and have us go ahead and take a look at it and give them a critique. And that's kind of really the idea. This is really a critique.
Groups such as Civil Air Patrol and Women in Aviation passed out information about their groups.
Yes.
Sponsored by the FAA Fast Team.
The seminar portion of the event took place in a gate area, which had great acoustics and offered ample room for the 97 who were in attendance.
One of the main things today we have to look at in aviation safety is the landing situations, and about 70% of the incidents that occur are attributed to the landing phase of the flight. So this event also provides an individual, if they so desire, to go ahead and fly with an instructor today, whether they brought their own aircraft or we have some aircraft that are provided and available for them. It's a situation where it's basically just an evaluation. It's not a pass or fail flight or anything like that in any shape or form. The flight events are planning to be started around 12:30. I think we're going to have some pretty decent weather. I hope it improves a little bit better here, but we're supposed to have a pretty good day for weather actually. So I'd like to go ahead and get started and introduce Fred Harms.
Speakers from the St. Louis Flight Standards District Office, the control tower at St. Louis Downtown Airport, and from Scott Air Force Base reviewed procedures and techniques, ATC procedures, and meteorology, all as it applies to approaches and landings. The baggage claim area was put to use. Lunch was provided by Scott Aero Club, the flight school at Scott Air Force Base. After a briefing between the pilot and his assigned instructor, the engines fired up. And this is one of our instructors, Dave Pressey from St. Charles Flying Service.
Good afternoon, everyone.
And he's going to be flying in this aircraft. This event offered wings credit to both participants who flew and to those who didn't. While those who chose to fly went to work with their instructors, another seminar session got underway in the gate area. While the emphasis was on approaches and landings, flight instructors also made recommendations on pre-flight, taxiing, and takeoff. The entire day boiled up to one thing: improving the quality of landings. Quality landings come from standardization, the employment of best practices, and just doing landings over and over. Quality landings come from using best practices you've learned from instruction or experience. Good landings also come from practice, using a consistent pattern, insisting on a stabilized approach, development of motor skills, that eye-to-hand to seat-of-the-pants coordination, and by checklist use. Attendees were impressed by the subject matter, the speakers, and the venue. Those who flew made positive comments on the flying experience and the benefit of putting the seminar discussions immediately to good use.